KUAM TVH, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
A social media threat pulls students and staff away from learning at a Barrigada school. The school pastor with a message to those making the threats. Plus, an elementary student is rushed to the hospital after being hit by a car early today. What we know so far from investigators. And adorable fur babies looking for a forever home for the holidays. Meet one special pit bull named Aura ahead of Gain's annual pet adoption event.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Happy Threads Thursday. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day.
A police investigation underway after a violent threat leaves a local elementary school community on edge.
Just days before the Harvest Christian Academy's annual Festival of Lights, the school community bracing against the threat of violence. The Barrigada campus forced to shut its doors today, casting a shadow over the start of the holiday season.
It's a Thursday morning at the Harvest Christian Academy in Barrigada, but it's far from a regular school day. Hallways empty of students, a stark contrast to the usual hustle and bustle of a school day, and the once vibrant auditorium where the school's bands were just rehearsing for the upcoming Festival of Lights now stands silent. Guam police instructing school officials to cancel classes and all school-related activities Thursday morning, following a threat of gun violence made to the school over social media. Jared Baldwin is the school's executive pastor.
Late last night to early this morning, some parents became aware of a comment made on a social media post. It wasn't one of our official posts or social media channels, but someone made us aware of it, started sending screenshots. As soon as we became aware, we recognized, okay, we need to do something with this, and so we contacted GPD. And then that's when we initiated our response with the parents.
Its response to the threat that Baldwin says was swift, both on the school's end and the Guam Police Department.
Our school administration had already responded, and we're already in progress with GPD. So by the time I got here, GPD was already on site, and they were positioned in different strategic locations throughout the campus. Everything was calm, but they were on alert.
Administrators notifying almost all of HCA's parents of the threat ahead of the school's closure. And while he adds this was the Harvest School community's first time navigating a threat like this, they were prepared, thanks to protocols already set and having the right infrastructure in place.
Parents were extremely receptive, and even though it's a major inconvenience to have to cancel school, many of them were on the road on their way here when they got the message. Whether it's email, whether it's through a friend, whether it's through our radio station, 88.1 FM.
And for students at the campus for extracurricular or those who didn't get the memo, Baldwin says they were secured in a designated area until they could be picked up. The school eventually getting the all clear from GPD by 9 a.m. And while it remains unclear if it was a student who made the threat, Baldwin is sending this message to anyone perpetuating this trend the island is seeing across schools.
To people that are ever tempted to, make veiled threats or make foolish statements on social media, it's a shame. It's not worth it. I'm sure there are great consequences for someone that does that if they are caught. And so, I'm just challenge them to, put your negative energy somewhere else.
Meantime, GPD continues to investigate the threat.
And in more school-related news, an elementary school student is rushed to the hospital early this morning after being hit by a car. It happened around 7:13 a.m. near CL Taitano Elementary School in Sinohanya. Guam Fire Department spokesperson Nick Garrido says medics responded to the back gate area of the campus.
The child, who is also a student there, was taken to the Guam Memorial Hospital to be treated for minor injuries. No word on the driver involved in the crash. The student said to be stable, though. KUAM also reached out to the Guam Police Department and Guam Department of Education for comment. A stabbing in Yigo overnight leaves one man in the hospital and a woman facing serious criminal charges. 27-year-old Rose KUAM is charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, family violence, and interfering with the reporting of family violence. The charges including a special allegation of use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. The victim allegedly telling police he was going to sleep when KUAM stabbed him in the neck with what authorities later learned was a box cutter. He ran outside yelling for help, but not before KUAM allegedly tried to stop him from leaving to call 911.
Court documents state a witness tried to stop the bleeding as they waited for police to arrive. The alleged victim telling police he and the defendant lived together for about 2 months, adding he was trying to help her to kick her meth addiction. The victim also alleged KUAM was drunk. Guam police spotted KUAM and took her into custody minutes after responding to the scene. Guam Animals in Need and PD Wholesale partnering once more to bring you the Home for the Holidays pet adoption event this Saturday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
20-some adorable fur babies will be waiting for their new best friend, and it could be you, each with their own special story. Our Mitsuki Hirayama introduces you to one of them ahead of the event. It's a blind pit bull named Aura.
Her name is Aura.
Even though she can't see, she is just so sweet.
She may not be able to see, but this friendly pit bull is looking for a forever home.
I have a lot of children, and so she is just amazing with kids, amazing with dogs.
Guam Animals in Need foster mom Kelsey Grobner has been taking care of Aura since animal control officers picked her up about 2 months ago.
She was, I think, abandoned in a neighborhood, and they got her and then brought her here. We had a bunch of people calling to say, hey, we would love to have her. And whenever she passed her evaluation.
Several people initially reached out wanting to adopt her, but later changed their minds.
She also has seizures, which possibly might be why she's blind. And so now it's even harder to get her adopted because you have a dog that's blind and that has seizures.
Aura will be getting surgery next week to remove her eyes.
The ophthalmologist in the States said that it's better to remove them as they're filled with liquid.
Then she'll be ready to be anyone's best friend, even if she needs to find a home miles away.
We are either going to try and find someone here, but we've been trying for a little bit, so we will just move towards flying her off island once she's stable with seizure medication.
But you can meet her here at the Yigo Animal Shelter as soon as Saturday. Gain and PDC Wholesale will be hosting a pet adoption event. PDC Wholesale Sales Manager Brianna Crisostomo.
This is actually our second annual Home for the Holidays event, and just another way where we partner to help promote pet adoption.
Through their help, pet adoption fees will be a flat rate of $100, which covers vaccines, dewormers, surgeries, and a microchip. Gain Executive Director Allison Hadley.
These guys, they want just what everybody wants. You know, they want a loving home, they want a family to be with, and they may not know this the holidays, but, you know, the staff do, and we want them to be in a home. You know, we love where we work and we love what we do, but this is not where we want the pets to be.
There will be food trucks, informational booths, free goodie bags, and of course 7 adult cats, 12 kittens, 8 puppies, and 5 adult dogs, all looking for a loving home.
Make sure to stop on by the Yigo Animal Shelter this Saturday. It's from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. to give these lovely fur babies a home for the holidays. For now, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Good story there, Mitsuki. Oh,
So cute.
So if you want to adopt Aura or that cute little Paul's kitty that Mitsuki was holding there,
Yes.
be on the lookout, head over to game this Saturday.
Yes, please do. They're so cute.
Time for a quick break. Bark,
Bark.
but keep it here.
You're watching KUAM, your leader in local news.
Threads Guam Thursdays, presented to you by Threads Guam. Visit threadsguam.com to shop online.
Hi folks, Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C. We're on the road to the White House. Today, who is Quigley? I'm a Navy child from Lexington, Kentucky. I earned 3 law degrees, 2 bar exam passes. I worked in the trenches in East Asia and Europe for 10 years as a young man. I've got 30 years of business ownership experience, including retail stores, wholesale businesses, production workshops. I've done stints in finance on Wall Street and in many other areas. Quigley and team, we're taking the White House to make government work for the people. We will tackle climate repair, Introduce Quigley Care. We're going to create millions of new business owners, millions of new homeowners. We're going to tackle student loans and lower inflation. The time has come to take back the government to solve problems. Go to robertquigleyforpresident.com, find the donor box button, donate your spare change. Team America needs you. Join. We will make America work for everybody.
Paid for and approved by the Robert Quigley for President campaign.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Primetime. South Korea has clearly dominated the tourism market in the Northern Marianas as island leaders try to attract more visitors from Japan. Industry leaders say a third market is needed.
Regional correspondent Tomas Menglotny reports on the state of tourism in the NMI.
The state of tourism was discussed at the Marianas Visitors Authority biannual general meeting Thursday at Crown Plaza Resort on Saipan. MVA Chief Chris Concepcion.
South Korea is performing well, while Japan is increasing but struggling. Both markets are dampened by a very weak won and yen, a very strong US dollar, among other challenges.
He says fiscal year 2023 arrivals reached 195,000 compared to 425,000 pre-pandemic in FY19. And with the NMI's pivot away from the China market in favor of the military, South Korea now makes up 82% of visitors. Attracting the once thriving Japanese tourism market is a struggle. Takashi Ichikura manages MVA's Japan office.
And from Japanese point of view, I have to, very sorry to say, but Saipan at this moment doesn't have an iconic thing, which Japanese people feel that I'm happy to pay the cost and travel to here at this moment.
He says Saipan must improve its infrastructure to attract more tourists from Japan. Meanwhile, tourists from South Korea are motivated to make the trip. As of September, the NMI has recovered 73% of tourists from there with 3 airlines. Sejin Kim manages the MVA Korea office.
For next year, 242,000, almost 243,000 passenger arrival to the CNMI. This is the 95% of the recovery ratio compared to 2019.
They're also looking to diversify the market by establishing English teaching programs for visiting Koreans on Saipan at hotels and schools. Still, industry leaders say a third market is necessary for a full recovery. It's unclear who would fill that gap, but we asked Governor Arnold Palacios this. Has your position on China changed at all?
No, it's just we're very over-reliant on it. I'm not saying that we're not going to welcome them. I never said that. We're just going to pivot away from that, given the reality, okay, of the geopolitical and the politics in our federal government as well as China.
Tomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.
Thanks, Tomas. Well, the Dededo mayor raised concerns during the 28th Association of Mariana Islands Mayors, Vice Mayors, and Elected Municipal Council Members General Assembly about the idea of possibly exchanging and selling imported meat from the neighboring island of Tinian, saying it will benefit the island financially.
Julian Hernandez has more.
Dededo Mayor Melissa Savaras brought up her concerns about the possibility of importing and exchanging fresh meat from CNMI to Guam with presenter, Customs and Quarantine Director Ike Paredo Wednesday at the 28th Association of Mariana Islands Mayors, Vice Mayors, and Elected Municipal Council Members General Assembly.
They have fresh, as you know, the cattle and the other livestock that they have. The import of, since they're doing these things, processing it at the slaughterhouse, would that go through, and then if they want to package it and send it to Guam for sale here, would that go through you guys or agriculture?
Savaras tells KUAM that she brought it up because the island doesn't have its own slaughterhouse, so Guam can greatly benefit by working with Tinian as they have their own.
compared to something that's chopped up in a butcher facility far, far away in other countries or even in the States, and then it's coming to us frozen. For us to get it from a slaughterhouse within a few miles away is a lot fresher. So that was my question: is to the port or even to the customs and quarantine, is can we get it, bring products, not just for personal consumption, but also for economic, for sale here on Guam.
During the Wednesday assembly, Pareto told Savares that import permit of the meats would probably be routed to the Department of Agriculture, while Customs will regulate the movement and make sure that the requirements are sent with respect of the importation and regulations on the slaughterhouse. As KUAM reported, the plan of Guam having its own slaughterhouse was to jumpstart local ranching and meat packing industries, as well as ensure food security for the island. In 2022, lawmakers approved an amendment to the budget bill to appropriate $600,000 in seed money for either a mobile or permanent facility. In December of that same year, former Congressman Michael Nicholas said $1.4 million will go to the Guam Livestock Co-op for the construction of the facility. Since then, no new updates have been made on the construction of the slaughterhouse. Although Savares is not part of the organization, she says that livestock farmers on Guam are ready to have one built.
It's a lot of agricultural red tape, I believe is what we would call it. And the farmers are ready. The livestock farmers are ready to go. There's a group of them that continue to go to the legislature, Department of Agriculture, and USDA to try to get these permits in place.
KUAM has reached out to the Department of Agriculture for comment. Julian Hernandez, KUAM News.
More support now for strengthening U.S.-Philippine relations. Senator Jesse Lujan introducing a resolution in the Guam legislature backing Guam Delegate Jim Moylan's resolution introduced in the House that reinforces U.S. support for the Philippine government's effort to protect its domestic waters from communist Chinese incursions. Manila and Beijing remain at odds over the territorial boundaries in the Philippine Sea, and Lujan says
what happens in the Philippines or any endangerment in any of the territories in the Philippines brings a great danger to us as well. So what happens in the Philippines in a negative way affects us here as well. And so we need to be in concert with the congressman's resolution and again forge forward a great relationship with our brothers and sisters in the Philippines.
Lujan says showing support for the Marcos administration is also important as Guam continues to pursue a Guam-only Philippine visa waiver that could boost tourism from the Philippines. And as the legislature looks to extend the highly successful Guam Registered Apprenticeship Program, a timely example of it took place just today. About two dozen participants graduated from the ship repair boot camp coordinated by the Guam Community College and Cabras Marine Corporation. The 12-week camp prepares them for apprenticeships in the industry and eventually placement in well-paying jobs. Atista Leon Guerrero is one of the handful of female graduates. She says women should not be discouraged from seeking careers in the ship repair industry.
We're taught in a way when we're young, girls don't really do this kind of work. It's a man's world, and I want to break that ideology. I mean, just think about, back in World War II, the very famous poster, Rosie the Riveter. She was the version of the glass ceiling breaker, the poster girl, and so we can do it too.
She was part of the 7th cohort of the ship repair boot camp. Congratulations to those graduates. More than 140 students have now completed the program, most of them securing jobs following completion. You can check with GCC for more information on the next one.
All right, and now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of the sunset captured from the intersection outside of our Harmon studio.
This view plus more Chamorro Christmas music streaming now on Isla Digital Radio.
Mailatandanya Zatafan malapani problem
Triple treat box, 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, 5 breadsticks, and a pizza plus another pizza. Triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
In 2022, the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5 won the award for World Car of the Year. So of course, the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 just had to go out and win World Car of the Year for 2023. Because everyone knows how competitive sibling rivalries can be. World Car of the Year, 2 years in a row.
Zoom zoom! 'Tis the season for speed, and Docomo Pacific is putting prepaid customers in the fast lane. Starting November 3rd, 2023 to January 31st, 2024, every $5 prepaid card purchase from a participating store gives Docomo Pacific customers a chance to win a brand new Mazda 3. So load up at participating stores and drop off your entry to any Docomo Pacific retail store. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com for details.
Jack, the data shows that people love our more flavorful Ultimate Cheeseburgers.
Show me the data. So the data's good.
The data's real good.
Well, honestly, it's the best data I've ever had.
My best-selling Ultimate Cheeseburgers, now seasoned as they grill.
KUAM Sports Ambassadors is brought to you by Subway, Powerade, and Body Armor. Most sports nuts enjoy playing and competing. Some find their niche in coaching, and a few others take up a role as medical trainers. But sports officials, those brave souls who don the black and white to ensure games are played the right way, are a special breed.
It's a great vocation because it is a vocation. I always considered it to be a hobby, but let me tell you that the reward factor is so great.
And perhaps the finest to ever do it here on Guam was recently recognized for a life spent not only refereeing games, but enforcing sportsmanship and fair play.
I got a compliment at a funeral last week, and the guy said, you know what, when you showed up and you were wearing the white hat, we knew we were going to get a good game, you know. So that to me is satisfaction.
John Beneventi began his career wearing the zebra stripes back in 1978 and was a mainstay of island events for more than 4 decades. He also served as president of the Marianas Sports Officials Association. Senators Chris Barnett, Sabina Perez, and Jesse Lujan, the latter a former teammate of John, honored the island sports icon.
And is the longest serving referee in the history of our island. John was also the first local referee for the sports of football and basketball. John has officiated in the sports of football, basketball, and cross-country events. He's organized clinics and coaches meetings and has officiated at thousands of games.
And one last time, he shared with us what he did best. KUAM Sports Ambassadors is brought to you by Subway, Powerade, and Body Armor.
Are you ready to drive into the future? Introducing the all-new BMW i Family, Guam's only all-electric luxury vehicle. Be a part of the electrifying future with the all-new BMW i Family. Now available at Atkins Kroll.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Howdy, folks. Nobody loves a Guam potluck more than I do. That's why I always bring my world-famous chicken, served any way you like it. Original recipe, extra crispy tenders, Kentucky Fried Wings, and more. Only at KFC Guam. Whoops. Well, it is finger-licking good.
Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
'Twas the month before the new year on a hot island called Guahan. Snowflakes and snowmen, not a single one in sight.
But there are lots of buyers and sellers waiting for answers on many silent nights.
Not a lot of listings were closing, many were canceling. Tons of agents were panicking, screaming out loud.
But not RE/MAX Diamond Realty agents, you know them, they stand above the crowd.
In our very own winter wonderland, owning real estate is truly a dream.
With high interest rates this year and an unsteady market, there were lots to fear.
But under the mistletoe, a door opens wide. It's RE/MAX Diamond Realty agents with nothing to hide.
It's Brandon, Deanna,
Francis and Colleen.
It's Nicole, Melody,
Key and Madeline.
Despite the year's struggles, they still found their stride. They're here to deliver all of Santa's real estate gifts with pride.
From Yigo to Moleso, you've seen the signs for their listings. Today we show you they've wrapped up the year with lots of closings. Yigo Chalanetti Complex closed in September, 3.3 million all cash, 64 days on the market.
Tamuning Fourplex closed in October, 965,000 all cash, 34 days on the market.
Ta'i Roadhouse with a View closed in April, 720,000, 64 days on the market.
Ocean Crest Apartments Fourplex closed in November, 645,000, 184 days on the market.
Telefofo Hagen House closed in August, 580,000 with multiple offers, 62 days on the market.
2 for 2 Las Palmas Phase 3, Unit 352 and 351 closed all cash in June, 510,000 apiece.
Sausagen Valley, over 3 acres, closed in March, 330,000, 346 days on the market.
Aston Turner Road Rental closed in October, 4,420 a month, 57 days on the market.
Santa Rita Poly de Leon Rental closed, 3-year lease in October, 2,800 a month, 41 days on the market. 2023, you took us for a ride, but now we've shown you that RE/MAX Diamond Realty agents can ride that tide. Now go on, pick up that phone and dial that number.
We're here to help whether you're a seller or want to be a homeowner. Let's make 2024 another year to remember.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Properties in the Tropics is presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Get some holiday shopping done and cross some names off your list because this is an amazing event. The Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce is having a sit-and-shop gal pal. Everybody needs a gal pal, right? Destiny's my gal pal, right? We're even wearing the same colors like this wonderful poster. That's going to be on Tuesday, 4 to 7, December 5th at MAE Systems office. They are down in Assen. Make sure to stop by. Amazing event. All right, you also want to stop by the Manilao Christmas Festival. Head to what Mayor Alan Ngakta has called the learning capital of the island. All those schools are in Manilao, and they have really learned how to put on an amazing event. Trust me. 11 to 9 at the Manilao Market Grounds, you know, where they have like the big boni. It's going to be super awesome. Look at that. Train rides, petting zoo, face painting, ice cream, vendors. Absolutely amazing. Manilao knows how to throw a party. Viva Santa Teresita and viva to Manilao. And up in Tinian, they're holding a volleyball clinic and a health center. And they're having youth clinic and Youth Volleyball doing really good in the Pacific Games right now, by the way. Make sure to check their register and then go have fun play above the net. Volleyball is a wonderful sport. And what is also wonderful are Nick and Destiny, my gal pal, by the way. Let's go back to them.
Oh, Jason, thanks for that. It's birthday wishes time.
Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutout submitted on KUAM.com.
It is the 30th of November, everybody, so let's say happy birthday and to Nenny Girl, who celebrates birthday number 2 this year. This is Paisley Serena Akfazi Manabusin, and Nenny Girl is what your very proud family is saying to you, and on your second year, we love you, Nenny Girl. Francisco Cruz Borja Jr., today is the day you are looking forward. May the Lord bless you on your special day and all your wishes come true. Mary and the children and all your popping friends and your family. Christy St. Augustine, the happy birthday to the most wonderful partner. We hope you have a joyous and blessed day with many more to come. Sophia Gus and the family. And a belated birthday wish going out to Maria Sablan Donato, who celebrates birthday number 92. You, Mom, are truly a blessing, and thank you to the good Lord up above for another year. We love you from the whole family, near and far.
And happy birthday to everyone celebrating out there today. That's your primetime show. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz, and we close out the show with
on our own, we strive to be, but our joy and hopes will cease as this day begins to end. Why can't Christmas be forever? It is our choice and wants that make it be. As we play the part of giving, living in harmony.